Okay, reading recommendations time, and which is good. I'm uploading it today. Oh, I said time like that. Reading recommendations time. But I said like that. Oh, I lost my train of thought. But it's good that I'm uploading it today because I'll get 3 straight days of videos. Maybe 4 if I don't think I go shopping this week. Actually, maybe 4 if the books don't come in until Wednesday, which I'm hoping they come in tomorrow. And knock on wood. Both from cheap graphic novels and the library ones. But I was more talking the library ones. It'd be nice if the cheap graphic novels ones came in next week. No, not next week. Not next week. Tomorrow. God, why did I say that? No, it'd be nice to come in tomorrow. Ugh. I hate when I say the wrong thing. Or anyways, let's get on to it. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I'm gonna include those as my May haul, even if they come next year, which I hope they don't. That'd be kind of bad. But because I ordered them, or they were ordered in May, and then I just want to include them on my May haul. I want May haul to be like a giant haul compared to the all the others. I want it to look like that GameCube intro meme with the stocks when it goes way up. Yeah, that's what I want May haul to look like. The 2 movies. This was really good. I'd already seen it before, and then this one I hadn't seen before, and I also liked. It's quick, you know. I feel like with movies, I'd like to discuss them on Movie Madness. I like how this way. I already said that when I was unboxing. Never mind then. Now on to the books. Last pick. I thought this was pretty good. It was kind of I feel like it was kind of talking down to us at certain parts and certain points, and I feel like it's one of those. It wasn't like too terrible. Like it wasn't like they did like a fart joke or they did like anything like that. But it was more just it felt like it was TV. Like if it was a TV show, it'd be TVY7 when it could have been TVPG. I don't know, but it was good. I did like it. I do recommend this one. Not a whole lot to say about that one. This one, actually is the most recent one I finished, and that's Batman Death by Design. I'm glad I got this at the library because it's not one I'd read again. And it was good. I liked it for the first time. For the I liked that I read it once. I didn't hate it. How do you say that? Like you say like I don't know. I'm glad I got it at the library because I'd only read it once, and I don't see myself reading that again. It was just kind of like the worst part about that book was that they would have like a lot of dialogue when they didn't need to have a whole lot of dialogue. Like they would have like the villain's monologue and be going on forever, and definitely made a 100-page book feel even longer. And it was mainly because I wanted to read it all at once. It's gonna fall over. It was mainly because I wanted to read it all at once, all in one sitting, because it's one of those books that doesn't have it's an original graphic novel, so they didn't divide it by chapters. So I was like, screw it, I'll read it all in one sitting, because it was only 112. Well, DC app says it's 112, but it's really 107. But I think it starts on page 7, so it's really just 100 pages. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Volume 1, because I did not review the series. I like the series. It's not perfect. It's not like my go-to for Guardians of the Galaxy. I would say for graphic novels. I really hope those come tomorrow. Like, I waited long enough. It'd be nice if they came in tomorrow. Because then the other one, at the very least, the Amazon ones will come in tomorrow. But yeah, the Guardian series, like it's not my go-to. And I liked it enough. If they didn't have the series, if they had Volume 1, that was it, at the library, I probably wouldn't continue with it. It wouldn't be that series that I would be totally pissed off that, oh man, they don't have the full series. They have just Volumes 1 through 5, which they did for Paper Girls, and that really pisses me off. And it also makes no sense to me. Like, you didn't have the 6th one? It's not like it just came out either. It's pretty old, I think. I think it's been at least a year, which they're allowed to do ones for a year. That have been out for a year. Because I think their cutoff is not their cutoff, but they can't do anything less than 6 months for interlibrary loans, and they only had the first 4 at my local library. Sweet Tooth, just as good as I remember it, if not better. I am pretty excited for the series too. The series seems to be taking a lot of liberties for the source material, but it still looks like something I would enjoy. It is Netflix, so you could make the joke, oh, it's a Netflix pitch, but this is one of the better Netflix pitches. It wasn't even a Netflix pitch, obviously, because this came out way before Netflix, I think. At least before it became a big thing, before it became the we know of it today, at the very least. I want to say that at least. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this one. It's kind of funny. Rogue. I like this. I like the series. Like with Batman, it's gonna be one I only read once, and one I'm glad that they had in my local library too. But it was just that every issue felt a bit longer than 23 pages. The pacing wasn't always there. It was a slower, kind of a slow burn comic, I guess you could call it, but it wasn't really a slow burn comic on purpose. It was kind of an accidental. And Uncanny X-Men Revolution. This one's a little bit less. I liked All New X-Men a bit better than this one. This one was a bit. Yeah, the same thing I said for Rogue, was a bit slower than All New X-Men was. But I still liked it. It was still good. It's kind of funny that it was 3 Brian Michael Bendis books. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do Iron Fist. Iron Fist, I like the first half of this book, I would say, and the second half I didn't even finish, but it gets kind of old. You know, it's kind of like, okay, you're worn out, you're welcome. Even though you've only been running, even though you've only been on for 10 on, even though you've only been going for 10 issues, technically, he premiered in Marvel Premiere for his first appearance. From Hell should be this should be my like highest recommendation, but it isn't. It just the writing is kind of like and it's kind of like reading Shakespeare kind of thing, like not Shakespeare, like an old timey book, like from a book from the 1920s, which obviously that was not Shakespeare. Shakespeare was like what, 1620s? I don't know. I thought the writing it was kind of boring. Like I didn't understand it fully. I guess I don't know. But I understood what they were saying. It was just they talk old timey, and that gets annoying after a while. I think Alan Moore should have had them talk normally, because I'm sure in 1920s they didn't talk all that much different than they do now. Of course they did, but like it wasn't like a drastic difference. Like every single word was different than we would say today. Like it was almost like it was from the 1820s or something, or how I used to think people in the 1920s talked. Man of Steel. There's some like cringe elements, like they're when one of the I'm not gonna say who it is. When the people come to Clark Kent's house from like kind of have spoilers. So spoilers when Jor-El comes from Krypton. Well, not from Krypton because Krypton blew up. But where hell he went, and he wants to take Jonathan Kent away. So and then Superman goes, "Oh, this boy," and then Lois says the same, and John goes, "Me boy." It was really cringe. It was like that. Wow. That was an actual line, and they repeat it too because they do that thing where Brian Michael Bendis thinks he's really cool when he does this, but he flashes back, and it's just done so annoyingly. It's done so irritatingly because for the first 50 times they just keep repeating the same exact lines and not bring any context to it. Like got a bit of a big kid there, Bendis. And finally, the one that I probably have the biggest, well, yeah, I do have mixed opinions about it, but the one that biggest unpopular opinion, but I didn't think Kingdom Come was the best DC book ever made, and it just is Mark Waid's book, best book ever made. I thought it was good. I really think that the length of this book, along with the other ones I said the same thing to, hurts this because it's 45 plus pages per issue. One of them is like 55, and it gets to a point where you're just making this longer so it looks like Marvel's, and so you can have a thick ass trade in hardcover and jack off the price to $40 because you have 100 pages of stupid shit like this that I don't care about. Wait, no, that's that I do. The actual comic I do, but like it's like interviews and sketches and that I don't mind when it's like this much of the book. But when it's like 100 pages, I mean, I'd rather have it that be that for Kingdom Come, and that was a nice surprise, even though I always knew that. But it was like 100 pages, so it was 100 less pages for me to read. But I just feel like they really could have cut it in half. I don't know. No, not even cut it in half. Cut part of it out because not every like part of the book lands for me. What did land when we actually see the Justice League, which is great because I have his Justice League run. I don't think I mentioned that, but mentioned this, but I have to take all the other books out because I got a lot of books already. But this Tower of Babel has less than the softcover version. So either get this and then the missing issues on like on digital or whatever, or get the softcover. But the softcover is pretty expensive because I think it is technically out of print. And I hope that's the only one that's out of print. I hope volumes 5 and beyond, I think it's a 9, are out of print. Like the Man of Steel one. Man of Steel was 9, the John Byrne run. Speaking of Man of Steel, I should have done that way back when I was reviewing Man of Steel. Way back when I was reviewing Man of Steel. I'm gonna be waiting, like with volume 2. I'm going to be waiting for Volume 3 to go down in price. Because I also want to get the Flash Death of Iris West hardcover. They're both the same price, both $50. And I want to get them at the same time, so I'll be waiting to that one. At least Superman, at least waiting until Superman goes down in price. And if Flash goes down in price, I'll get that. Vice versa, it goes down in price, I'll get those 2 books then. But for now, I'm just sticking with what I have right now, which is a lot. So yeah. Again, I really hope it just like I will take back every bad thing I said about cheap graphic novels. If I wake up tomorrow, and not like right when I wake up, but if I wake up tomorrow and it's at my porch on my porch, the Amazon book and the cheap graphic novels books. Not necessarily the Amazon one. That one I'll be fine waiting for it, but at least the cheap graphic novels one. It's a nice surprise again. Really hope that they deliver it tomorrow, but I don't know. You're at least getting the Amazon one tomorrow. That's it. And how long are we? 12 minutes. Okay. Yep, that's it.